over Lake Eyre.
Yeah, Holly and I have always wanted to do this, and we've never really had the opportunity, or probably the money, the budget as
Maybe
well.
the money, yeah.
Yeah, this time, yeah, we're going to do a flight over Lake Eyre. It's got a bit of water in it, so yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, so it's a 2.5-hour flight. We're going to see Lake Eyre, north and south, hopefully the Painted Desert, I think, and a few other places, which should be really cool. We just stopped in at Copley to have a pie for breakfast because nothing else is open up this way. Yeah, we're just
had a good time.
Driving up to Marree.
Yeah, hit the Oodnadatta Track after that, so
should be a good day.
We haven't done that since 2019.
Yeah. This morning it wasn't a big issue, we just had a bit of diesel coming out of our diesel filters again.
Yeah, fuel filter, I think his O-rings perished or something. We're going to have to take it apart this afternoon and just replace the filter and the O-ring and nip it all up and make sure it's all good. It's pretty good, but it's not leaking now, and Cameron had a good point. It's probably the heat has expanded the filter and the the contraction and all that is stop the leak, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, so we'll just keep on pushing on, and we just filled up our sub and Jerry fuel in Lee Creek was $2.35, whereas I think around William Creek it's $3.50 a litre, so we spent a nice $400 on fuel this morning. But it should last us a little bit hopefully, so
yeah, it's a fair way.
Yeah.
Maybe make it to Alice almost.
That'd be convenient if we made it all the way to Alice, but we'll see. Anyway, we will check back in once we get to Marree.
Done. Got the sign for the Oodnadatta Track. We're just about to start it. Flight was unreal. Really cool seeing water in the lake and flying over. The patterns in it was pretty spectacular and just massive. So it was a bit of a bucket list item for Holly and I to tick off. So it's done. And back in the Oodnadatta, we haven't done this since our big lap in the Hilux, have we?
Back in 2019. So see what state the road's in.
Yeah, we'll see how we go.
So we're just letting a bit of air out. It's just starting to get a bit rough. We've only got, say, another 17 k's till we wanted to make camp, but it's just getting a bit rough, so we thought we'd just drop our tyres now. Don't know if Matt mentioned the other day, but we're now using the Max Tracks Interflate, and it is a game changer. It's so quick. You can inflate your tyres with it. Yeah, absolutely love it. If you want to get one, you can jump onto A247 to buy one. We have a discount code, use OLT20, and you'll get $20 off your order.
transfer pump. Yeah, it's just so convenient and no, it's just funny. It's just a stupid little thing. It's just one thing they haven't fixed. It works and does its job. So, but I like to pump it out of it as quick as I can and just get it into the jerry and get it into the main tank and just keep it easy. So when I got it set up, I just take as much out as I can and then have to do it less. To crush it, soften it, and what are we eating here, Courtney?
My famous overnight oats,
My famous overnight oats.
which I've made twice.
Made
them twice and they're delicious. So we're, yeah, quick, easy brekkie.
What do you do with them?
1 cup of oats, 1 cup of milk, a couple of chia seeds, some Greek yogurt. Mix it all up and chuck them in the fridge.
Overnight?
And then top with whatever you have in the pantry.
Yeah. I'm into the golden syrup, mixed nuts, and sultanas.
Just economising our space in the troopy by putting like trackies and jumpers up in here.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah. Good morning everyone. So we've just packed up camp. We are about to continue on the Oodnadatta. So today the plan is to head to Coward Springs, probably about an hour or so, hour and 10 from the springs, have a little hot tub, and then we'll continue on, head by William Creek. The plan is hopefully to make it up a little bit north of Oodnadatta, so we think it'll probably take us a little bit over 4.5 hours drive time. So by the time we get there, it should be mid-afternoon. We'll set up camp, and then we're having roast lamb leg for dinner. So it should be a pretty good day. We'll show you the Oodnadatta as we go along. Check in.
Yeah, just having a look at a few things. Actually tightened up that water cap. That was all.
Oh, was it?
Still not done. A new water tank's going well. It's like gets a little dirty, like so you gotta turn it all on before you put the pot under. Otherwise, like dirt kind of falls in. But it's so handy having the extra 50 litres. Like it's been really, really good.
So you probably would have seen this place quite a few times in videos and photos and stuff along the Oodnadatta. Just heaps of weird sculptures. Definitely worth having a look as you drive past. But yeah, a lot of weird stuff.
How's that?
It was good. It was like a lukewarm bath. So we're a little bit cold now. There's just a bit of a breeze. If there was no breeze, we'd be fine. But we're going to put some clothes on, maybe put the heating on in Elsie.
Yeah.
So we're just at Coward Springs here. They have a little, so you can camp here. I think it's $15 per adult per night. And they now have a little coffee van. So we had some coffees and some date scones because they grow their own dates. And then we had a swim in the spa, which was really quite nice. We were quite lucky. We turned up here and there was heaps of vans, heaps of cars. But then by the time we went to have a spa with the only people there, we stayed in there for about 20 minutes. A bit fresh getting out, but it was really nice. Nice little shower, $2 to get in. So definitely recommend it if you're doing the Oodnadatta. Definitely worth the stop. So now we'll just continue on and keep making our way. We'll go past William Creek, probably have a beer at the pub there, and then keep going up to Oodnadatta.
Alright, we're just pulled off the side of the road here on the Oodnadatta Track. We stopped over at William Creek Hotel and had a couple of beers there. We just found this little spot off the side of the road. It's just a creek bed, which is pretty sandy and pretty soft, but we're pretty keen just to go up the creek, find some timber and get a roast on. So we're pulling up stumps a little bit early today. But as you can see, she's a bit soft, so gonna lock the hubs and see how we go. So many pretty little wildflowers around, like just the more you look, the more you find. And this videoed it before, those little sort of reddy, pinky kind of, they look like orchids, but probably not, but it's just a whole bush, but never seen them before. It's just, yeah, so pretty just finding all the different ones. Courtney loves it.
Pirate life for you, Cam.
Well, thank you.
So we just pulled up at camp. Matt's doing some filming, Court's getting stuff ready for dinner, Cam's building a fire, and yeah, we're just having a beer. Also, if you want to buy some Pirate Life, we do have a code OLT15 and you'll get 15% off. So might as well jump on and grab yourself some beer. It's really good stuff. They do sours, raspberry sour is really nice, the Scion passion fruit one, and then the boys have been getting stuck into the south coast. So yeah, we're just going to cook up a lamb roast for dinner and then maybe watch a few episodes of The Terminal List. It's a new series we've been getting into, which has been really good.
Morning everyone, so I've just packed up camp, had a really good brekkie, really nice sleep. Woke up this morning, it's a bit overcast, a bit of wind, but still pretty nice. It's a nice day. We're going to get to Mount Dare today, so we've got a decent drive. We're going to stop over in Dalhousie Springs and have a swim, obviously. Pretty keen to check that out. Just before we leave, just going to go through a quick run through of Cameron's 79. It's a really nicely set up car, and thought you'd appreciate just having a look around.
Hey guys, how you going? My name's Cameron. I've been travelling around with Matt for a little bit. We met in 2019. I'd like to show you the 79 dual cab. Picked it up in February 2019 and pretty much went gung-ho on everything post the SSM modification. So if you look close, you can see the J-Max core conversion I got from obviously J-Max. I got Rob to fit that for me. That's made a huge difference in comfort, in I don't know, just ride in general, especially the airbags, just getting the ride height right so it doesn't porpoise when you're going down the road with a bit of weight on. So that's a huge one out of the way. 33-inch ROH rims with 33s on from Toyo Open Countries. ARB front bar and scrub bar. Fiery Air Max snorkel or R-Max. Got it tuned and diesel power in Mackay, where I'm from. They did a great job. It's basically a fuel economy sort of cruising touring tune, so it's not really one for power, but I've noticed a huge difference. It's been pretty good. With the J-Max install, they also installed a brake booster as part of it, and a catch can. There's a couple other things they did too, but they're underneath. Worn winch, 30 lights. Recently installed the Selfie Telstra booster and found it to be really handy. Side, we've got a Alpine, I think it's a 9-inch touchscreen cruise console setup with a Waco 20-litre fridge, I think it is. Cruise consoles, overhead install as well. So the canopy, it is basically built at the same place I got my trade on at Buffalo. It's a pretty basic build. I wanted it just set up so that I could do whatever I want to it. These two drawers, one on each side, they're quite deep. We use this one for food. It basically rolls out to about that, and the same on the other side. The fridge, it's the biggest that I could fit in this height of canopy, and it's a little Dometic. I think it's about a 135 litre. It's got a small freezer up in the corner. All the electronics here, Red Arc Manager 30 Pro. I've got a 1000 watt Red Arc inverter, and the battery well sits behind the fridge. You can't quite see it. We can show you from the other side, but you can't quite see it just with all the gear packed in there. There's two lithium 120 amp hour batteries in there, so 240 amps of battery power. Everything's sort of controlled here with a switch panel. It's pretty basic. It's all fused so that if anything goes wrong, you can sort of start chasing it back. Up top is the Camp King rooftop tent, and I found it, and a little hitchhiker. I found it to be really good. I haven't had too many dramas to speak of. It's comfortable, it's spacious. Yeah, it's been pretty good. And on top of that, there's two 160 watt solar panels, so that pretty much takes care of us completely. And that's pretty much it. 60 litre water tank underneath. There's part of the Buffalo tray. We've got a 130 centimetre tray that runs up through the guts, so it's quite long. You fit quite long items in there. Yeah, that's basically it.
Bloody good one. And you've been a fair few places in it so far.
Yeah, well, yeah, we did
the lap.
Sort of half a big lap, pretty much. Well, most of a big lap.
And then decent trip this time.
And then, yeah, we had a couple of trips throughout Queensland during COVID, the COVID period, when we could sort of get around, couldn't get out.
Canning next year with us, mate.
I can't wait. It's gonna be
yeah,
good.
that'll be good.
Yeah.
All right, cheers, mate. I thought thanks for the quick rundown. And yeah, we're gonna get on the road to Dalhousie Springs and then Mount Dare.
we're not exactly sure how far it is to Oodnadatta. We think 100 and something k's, and then we're hoping to make it to Dalhousie, to the springs there, and then hopefully up to Mount Dare. Cam and Cord are coming up to Mount Dare to fill up. I think that's the only place they can fill up unless they wanted to fill up at Oodnadatta, but then they think they might not have enough range from there to get to Birdsville, so they'll come up to Mount Dare with this fill up, and then we will peel up north, and then they'll head into the Sixty Desert. So
yeah, they're going to do the French line. So same line we're going to do on the way home, but they're just doing it earlier. So yeah, be good. I'll be able to report what it's like.
So we've just pulled over where we were potentially going to camp last night. I can't pronounce the name of this river, but it's almost halfway between William Creek and Oodnadatta, and there's actually water in it, which is really cool. There's this beautiful old bridge that was built in the 1800s that you can come and see. We saw it last time we were here. Magnificent bridge, and the fact that there's water along the Oodnadatta is really cool.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty cool. I mean, last time we were here in 2019, no water in
it was
it, that's for
bone
sure.
dry.
So, yeah, it looks like a really popular campsite though, so no firewood around or anything.
Yeah.
It might be busy, but yeah, really cool spot.
So we were just commenting on how good the road is at the moment. But we're driving, they must have recently graded it, or a water truck must have recently gone through, because we're driving through like a bit of wet stuff, and it's just flicking mud onto our windscreen.
Really weird mud. It's like flicked up all on the side of the car. Look down your mirror.
Yeah, wow. It's up on my door.
Car's covered in mud. Like really sticky, I don't know, desert mud. It's just funny, but it's just getting in weird places.
And we're back on a rough road again. They must have just graded up to that certain point.
Money Holly can play Slips for Australia. It's
We
like
have to
catching
catch
everything off the
everything.
dash as it bounces off, like speaker. It's like tire pressure monitoring phone. It's so funny.
We have now finished our stint on the Oodnadatta. We've just turned off to head towards Dalhousie Springs and also Mount Dare. So
Yeah, excited to go to Dalhousie. Heap of swim.
yeah, keep it freshen up, that's for
We
sure.
just heard at the roadhouse there, Pink Roadhouse, that dingoes will come and take your clothes
At the
when you head over a
springs.
swim and your shoes. So yeah, we'll see how we go. We'll keep an eye on it. Dusty. Get a bit dusty and Elsie. It's that really fine dust that gets into the car and right in my lungs. But it's going all good. Just let a bit more air out of the tyres. It's just getting a bit rough. I think with the heat expansion, it was just coming up a bit and just feeling a bit rough and horsey. So let it down a bit. We all did. And we're only about 60 k's from Dalhousie Springs. So pretty keen for a swim at this stage.
Probably averaging about 50 k's an hour, and this road is so rough. The interesting thing is it doesn't look rough. Like, it doesn't look like it's as rough as what it is. But my gosh, we're just bouncing all over the place, even with lower tyre pressures.
Yeah, our tyres are down pretty low at the moment, so 28 in the back, 22 in the front sort of thing, so pretty low.
Yeah, pretty low, and I think we've got like 70 k's of this, so it's going to take us a long time to get there. Yeah. So this is what it's like driving in a 41-year-old car.
Wood carrying ability.
Oh.
Smooth roads.
Nice. Done over 2 grids. That was what that was. Big porpoising. Woof.
Yeah.
Sub-tank's leaking. Sub-tank's leaking a bit. So I've just got I think it's a little crack. I think I can see where it is, so I'll
Like a putty.
got a little putty there that I can sort of fix it up with hopefully tonight. I'll pump all the diesel out, or most of the diesel out anyway.
So we're just walking down to the spring now, going for a little bit of a dip. We haven't brought cameras or anything because we're just...
Pretty bothered.
Yeah. That was a horrific drive. Just trying to clean everything and dust everything. It's so dirty in here.
Including the camera, actually. The camera's filthy.
Yeah. Anyway.
There's a layer of dust over everything in here.
Yeah, every day. Where would I put it? I get a little chucked cloth and I wipe everything, but today's, I reckon, even like this is the worst it's ever been. I reckon.
It's pretty filthy.
Yeah.
Alright, I just want to say, these Explorer boxes, we got ours from Barossa Wine Cartel, but Explorer boxes with the Riddell wine glasses in them. If it can survive the road today, then it's a pretty impressive bit of gear. I need to open it. Look at that.
Sorry, Holly gave me a problem before we get into that.
Clean, not smashed.
Clean. Big thing is being clean.
Yeah, the box is covered in dust, but that was inside a drawer.
With one of mine, I actually dropped it, the glass, I didn't smash it, it's beyond me, off like a bench this high. It bounced. I probably wouldn't have that luck twice.
Yeah.
But the box is like pretty awesome.
What are we drinking tonight, Cameron?
We've got some Holic Rattenbury Shiraz from our trip to Coonawarra.
Yeah, we're only just surviving here in the desert. Cheers, our last night. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's been sensational.
Been a pretty good trip.
Yeah, I can't believe I dropped mine.
As always, thanks so much for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up, and if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Join us next week as we drive from Mount Dare up to Connemara in a couple of days.